Hey guys, today we wanted to show you our favorite two-player game. This is called Seven Wonders Duel. It's made specifically for two players, but let me tell you, this game is super brutal. We've had many fights over this game, haven't we?
Lots of fights.
Things have been thrown. We're not proud of it. Is what it is. So Seven Wonders Duel, you might have heard of Seven Wonders. That's not a two-player game. You can play with two players, but it's not specifically two players. Seven Wonders Duel, though, is specifically for two players. Do you want to explain a little bit of how it goes?
So you got all these like little tiny cards, and the way the game works is you and your opponent are going to take turns drafting or taking the cards and basically just putting them down in front of you. And all the cards that you put down in front of you are going to make what's called your city. And at the end of the game, whoever city is worth the most points is going to be the winner. There's different types of cards. Like all the cards have different colors at the top. This is a blue one. This is a yellow one. This is a brown one. And the different colors on the top of cards indicate the different things that they do. And you need to kind of have a balance of the different types of cards that you have, because some of the cards are like building materials, some of the cards are like money, and then some of the other cards are worth points. And so you can't have all cards that are worth points, because then you won't have the money or the resources to buy the more expensive cards that you'll need later in the game. And you can't have all of those, because then you won't have any points. Something to add?
Yeah, well, I just want to say another thing about this game is that there's 3 paths to victory. Are you going to talk about that?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so there's 3 different ways that you can win, which is kind of unique. You can win with a scientific victory, where you have a certain number of science cards. You can win with a military victory, where you move the conflict pawn all the way over to the other person's side. And you can have a civilian victory, which is when there's no military or scientific victory, but you just have the most points. So you're always trying to figure out what's your best path to victory, and you might have to change your strategy like halfway through the game if you realize the other player is kind of interfering with what you want to do.
There's a special set, like there's 3 rounds. The game is played in 3 rounds.
They're like ages.
Ages, they call them, sure. There's the brown round, there's the blue round, and then there is the purple round. And each round is going to consist of you setting up the cards in a particular pattern. Some cards are going to overlap others, so when it's your turn to draft a card, you only have a limited amount to choose from, and then as cards get picked, you'll reveal other cards, and that will reveal the next group of cards to choose from. But what makes this game so particularly brutal but so much fun at the same time is because it's a 2-player game, you can pick when it's your turn to pick a card, you can pick the card that's best for you. And you can also pick the card that's worst for your opponent, because you can see right in front of you the other cards that they're taking, and you can just try to do the best you can for yourself, or you can try to be an absolute jerk toward the other person.
Which he does all the time.
Sometimes it's more fun. So there's lots of different ways to go about it. This is a really intense strategy game, and if you're, but it's not hard to learn, and it doesn't take too long. No. It's about a half hour.
Yeah, half-hour playing time. Mm-hmm. We like it because if you see the box is super tiny and it's really light, you don't need too much table space to play. We've actually played in like airports or when we're on vacation, or we like to play outside when the weather's nice. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can't play outside with games because stuff will blow away. But this game is pretty easy to play outside. So it's really handy. Like you can see our box has like, well, maybe you can't see, but it has some wear and tear on it because we bring this game with us everywhere. So where we are, Seven Wonders Duels. It's the truth.
And that's it. Thanks, guys.